Hey, welcome to Sorted. We're a bunch of mates in London looking for exceptional things in the food world that will help make our and your lives that little bit better, between stitching each other up on all the innuendos. Now be warned, we have two chefs, but we give them limited airtime. And we make sure all of our ideas start with a suggestion from you.
Hello, welcome to Fridge Cam. I'm Ben and this is Mike.
And I'm not feeling very well and I need some soup, but I need 3 different types of soups at different difficulties, types and times.
In front of us are 3 different hot and sour soups. Now they all have similar flavour profiles, but each one takes a little bit longer to make than the last.
The question is, can we tell the difference when we compare them at the end? First though, we're going to show you how to make each of them.
This is an instant soup in 10 minutes.
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, it's going to take 10 minutes to prep it, but it's going to be instant when you cook it.
For your lunch. Here's what we're using. Some kaffir lime leaves, some very tiny bird's eye chilies, lemongrass, chicken stock cube and dried mushrooms.
Garlic powder, ginger powder and some brown sugar. That's the end, isn't it?
And to make it all happen, we're using this.
A big bottom, but he's little at the top. We're going to start with our instant powder, and that's about getting all of this stuff into this and blending up into a powder. Get your nose in there. So we're using a spice grinder so you can get really, really fine, and we'll come back to that later on.
That smells like flavour. Whilst we've got the machine out, we can prep our fresh ingredients for our soup. We're going to thinly slice some mushrooms and some spring onion, and we're going to grate some carrot and some daikon radish. And all we need to do is swap out our slicing tool for our coarse grating tool. And that is everything prepped for our soup, and now all we need to do is construct it in our bowl or in our flask.
We're then going to stick a little bit of coconut milk in there and bring that together, and then add in our pre-cooked prawns.
And then all you need to do is pour over some boiling water, job done. A package of flavour that you could never imagine getting instantly from anything else. Give it a stir up if you're feeling fancy.
I dropped it. It's got coriander.
Drop a little bit of coriander in it.
Speedy. But this is our vegan tofu coconut soup.
I know what you're thinking, we're going vegan, but can we make it creamy and satisfying? Yes, we can.
And here's what we're going to use.
A chilli and lemongrass paste.
We're going to make a broth using vegetable stock and coconut milk flavoured with coriander and lime leaves.
And we're going to finish it all off with tomatoes, mushrooms, red onion, and my personal favourite, tofu.
There's no need to be sarcastic about tofu.
I'm not being sarcastic,
Tofu
I'm working
is
out how to
delicious.
sell it back at the table, it'll be great. And the whole thing's going to be brought together with this turbo unit. To start our paste, I'm going to peel and roughly chop some shallots, lemongrass, and chuck it into our chopper with chilies and galangal. Nice. Thanks.
Nice. Coconut oil
Yep.
goes in the pan.
Spoon paste into coconut.
Oui, chef. Fry the paste in the coconut oil until it's fragrant, and then add the palm sugar.
And don't worry, if you don't have galangal, just use ginger. And if you don't have palm sugar, just use brown sugar. It's almost the same. Not quite as good, but almost as good.
That's true, that's all true.
Now it's time to take our paste and turn it into a broth with our vegetable stock, our coconut milk, and kaffir lime leaves. Don't worry that you've got big bits of kaffir lime leaf, because once it's simmered away for 10 minutes, we're going to blitz it up in the pan.
And it's going to go nice and bright and green and delicious and creamy. Yeah. Shall we cut some veg up? And some tofu.
Yes.
You can half the mushrooms, but if you get little button mushrooms like this, there's no need. Just stick them straight in.
Good tip.
Thanks, man. How about you cut some tofu?
I can cut some tofu. Go for it.
Once our soup has simmered for 10 minutes, we're going to add in the fresh coriander, then blitz it. Do you want to do the honours?
You mean chuck everything in, leave it to simmer for 5 minutes and then finish by seasoning it with a little bit of lime and soy sauce?
That's what I mean by honours, yes.
Then yes, I do.
However, this one is the ultimate one made from scratch. More grabby that one.
No, you're not allowed back here now.
We have had 2 delicious soups, but this is the chef's time to go all out.
So we're going to make our own stock with some shell-on prawns, our own chilli paste with similar flavours to the other guys, but added dried shrimp, shrimp paste and fish sauce for umami.
And to finish it off, we're going to add some fresh, whole flavourings with some mushrooms and cherry tomatoes.
Plus, to get the best paste possible, we're using this.
Do you have a theme tune?
No, I feel like we should bolster it up. Have you got one?
I don't have a theme tune.
These are awesome. All we need to do is take the heads and shells off and stick them in a pan with some peanut oil. And you'll notice they will change from grey to a wonderful pink. Why are you doing that, James?
I don't want to eat the poo.
Take out the little black line down the back of the prawn, intestinal tract, what he said.
Also, it looks really pretty when they're butterflied and they kind of like
They curl.
open up. Yeah.
With the prawn heads and shells fried off, I'm adding in about 1.5 litres of cold water, heating to a simmer, and let it bubble away for about 45 minutes.
We are going a little bit more traditional with this soup, but already we're kind of going off piste a little bit because usually you would just boil the prawns, but it's so delicious when you fry them off in peanut oil. We are going to make a spice paste, which is gonna just add loads of depth of flavour, a little bit of heat, and lots of umami.
Shallot, garlic, dried chilies, tamarind, palm sugar, dried shrimps, shrimp paste, oil, and fish sauce. A lot of ingredients, they balance themselves out, they're delicious, and you can get them in the link down below. Kapow! That is more than you need, but it freezes really nicely in ice cube trays for next time. Once the stock has simmered, we're going to strain it off through a sieve, get rid of all the shells and the heads, and what is left goes back into a clean pan.
And I'm going to chop up some aromats, put them straight into the stock.
Fancy word for lemongrass, ginger, and chilli.
What you shouldn't do is slice your chilli really finely, because you want to be able to see the chilli in there, not get it in your mouth.
Once the aromats have infused the stock for about 5 minutes, we're going to add in oyster mushrooms. Bring it up to a simmer, then add cherry tomatoes and our butterfly prawns. Bring it up to a simmer and remove it from the heat. Although we've layered up lots of flavours in that stock from the aromats, from the mushrooms, from the cherry tomatoes, the prawn stock, this is where the seasoning comes in.
After the spice paste, we're going to add palm sugar, fish sauce and lime juice to balance it all out.
Right, let's eat some soup.
We are loaded with spoons.
Get in.
Get a prawn.
Cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
Cheers.
you instantly get, from what is quite
Flavour.
an instant
Yeah.
soup, the fragrance of cafe lime and lemongrass. That is amazing.
And a little bit of heat.
Yeah.
And just enough seasoning, like there's nothing else but chicken stock and dried mushrooms in there, is there? And it's perfect.
What I like about that is that the carrot and the radish went in raw. So although it's softened slightly, you still get a really nice crunch from it. But come into this.
I'm gonna.
I'm going to put it out there already. This is the best looking.
We're not comparing yet.
I don't care.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well cut one.
It's hotter,
Oh,
but I feel like it can take it because of the creaminess of the coconut milk. And those red onions, much the same as the gratedness going on here, just cooked but still with crunch, and the sweetness of red onion comes through.
The great thing about tofu is, although it doesn't have much flavour by itself, as soon as you add flavour to it, it soaks it all up like a sponge. Boys, you've got a lot to live up to.
Well, in that case, have a dip.
I almost don't want to share this one.
Oh, I want a cherry tomato.
If you get a bird's eye chili, don't eat it.
Cheers.
That has got elements of those too, but with like prawn bisque going on as well. The prawn stock.
I think like you make the prawn stock and then you just bring it to life at the end.
Yeah. I can't get enough of those tomatoes. That little sweet pop with the spice, yes.
The flavour in your chefy one washes over you. It doesn't like punch you in the face like the second one does, but it washes over you and it's beautiful. Picking a favourite here is really tricky. I love the convenience of the instant 10-minute one, but I might have to lay my cards on the table and say that my favourite soup on the table has tofu in it.
Convert. For me, yes, the stock takes a bit longer, but the umami from the shrimp paste and the fish sauce makes that stand out for me.
I'm with Ebbers. I love the tofu one, but that's an experience.
I'm a little bit biased because that is actually my favourite soup in the whole world. And I've got to go with that one. Like, I can't do anything else. I think that's fantastic for what it is. That's got a load of flavour, packs a punch, but that is just like something else worth the time.
3 different soups. We're still going back to try more of each, but tell us in the comments down below which would be your favourite, which would you most like to try.
Did you like that? We liked it. If you liked it, like it.
It was so good, he's nearly better. We'll see you next Wednesday, next Sunday
4
at
p.m.
4 p.m.
As we mentioned, Sorted is just run by a group of friends. So, if you like what we're doing, then there are loads of ways that you can support us and get more involved. Everything you need to know is linked below.